Today's deck is Heliod the Suncrowned. Heliod is a mono-white stacks deck that wants to slow down the pace of play before using the combination of the commander with Walking Ballista or Triskelion to kill the table. Heliod, having the ability to win with just himself and one of two artifacts, means the table must respect the deck's ability to take a game out of nowhere. While the main combo may be incredibly compact, being mono-white means you don't have access to the tutors that you would normally need to win, so the deck is forced to take a slower approach, utilizing stacks effects to increase the chances of finding the second piece. Speaking of stacks, Curse Totem and Null Rod effects can be an issue. Null Rod effects are doubly effective against Heliod because it lacks ramp outside of artifacts, so the deck generally runs a vast suite of removal. Heliod's combination of activated and triggered abilities are what gets this deck to the finish line, allowing you to give a creature lifelink and then spitting out +1/+1 counters when you gain life, which work to win with those two pingers. The deck runs a number of ways to tutor up those pieces, as well as to dig up the various stacks pieces in the deck. And since this deck only needs to have two spells to win, it can easily play around its own stacks. But being mono-white means that it has to rely on artifacts for ramp and card advantage, and has to play most of its protection through permanents rather than spells. With those limitations, Heliod relies heavily on stacks effects to ensure it can go to its main combo. The deck runs multiple rule of law effects, permanents that limit the usefulness of spells, and other pieces that limit the effectiveness of opposing decks. But thanks to the tight winning package, the deck largely can ignore and play through its own stacks effects. All this makes Heliod a relatively slow deck, but the compact nature of the win conditions allow the pilot to pivot to a winning position rapidly while deploying strong stacks effects like Rule of Law and Trinisphere. If you want to go off the beaten path and utilize your own knowledge of the game to stacks the table, then Heliod might be the deck for you.